What am I gonna do? I've got an abundance of tomatoes left over from my garden. What am I gonna make? Pico! Pico de Gallo! So you come to the end of summer and you have a few tomatoes left on the vines. You've canned up all your tomatoes. You've made sauce. You've done everything you can with all your tomatoes. You still have some left. And what do you do when you got a mess of tomatoes like this? Well, you make a few things. The first thing that comes to my mind, one of my favorites, and an item that a lot of my friends are always asking for, you know, whether it be for a tailgate or making my famous hot dogs, is my salsa or my pico de gallo. And it's a very simple salsa, pico de gallo. What we're going to do is take some of the tomatoes here, and it really doesn't matter what kind of tomatoes. You know, you got tomatoes, it's going to be a sauce. It's something you can eat, you know, real quick. So I've got a couple different types of tomatoes in here. Slicing tomatoes, some of our San Marzano tomatoes. I'm just going to take a few of these up. We're going to make about a decent sized bowl of salsa and enjoy some of the fruits of our labors at the end of the summer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bowl over here, and I'm going to take some of my tomatoes, which I've already cleaned, and I'm going to just remove some ends. And I'm going to basically give a good rough chop on these. Cut in half. I kind of like mine chunky. So it's basically a large dice. We have a good amount of tomato diced up, about what I want for what we're going to be using for tonight. Now to my salsa, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of onion. How much onion you put in your salsa, your pico de gallo, is all up to you. I'm not a big onion fan. I do like the flavor just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put a nice little thin slice on it. And then I'm going to take my little slices and dice them down nice and fine. Because I do realize that some people do like onion, and so I'll tolerate it for them. So I got a nice little, almost a mince on that. And the next ingredient that I have is some nice, fresh jalapenos. I'm going to take the seeds out of these jalapenos and the membrane. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice fine chop on my jalapeno. Again, I'm making nice slivers on my slices, and I'm going really fine with my chop. And if you like your jalapeno thick, larger than that, go ahead, because you know what? You can do what you want to do when you're the boss. I prefer mine minced. We have our jalapeno, our onion, and our tomato. A couple more ingredients that I'm going to put in this. And the next one's going to be maybe a handful of fresh cilantro, which I've already cleaned. I'm going to take some cilantro, kind of bunch it up on here. That's good enough. So I got about, I don't know, about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. I'm going to take a mango, because we like to put mango in our pico. So basically, I'm going to take one side, take the other side, and I'm going to score this. One of the easiest ways to cut the mango. Take that. I'll score the other one so that we can put them both in there. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're just dicing it up, throwing it in. Be very careful. Let me open that up like that. And you just shave it in. Take the other one, open it up, and shave it in. I'm going to put a pinch of salt and pepper in here. And then I'm going to take a lime. Got my lime in that because I want to put a little acid in here. A little acid. And before I squeeze this one out, I'm going to take a little bit of zest from that lime and get that in there as well. And go ahead and squeeze that out. So that's the juice of one lemon. Give this a little stir. And there you have it. Mike's Pico De Gallo. Well, there's two more things left to do. First of all, this episode shout out goes out to my son, Nick Petray, Lieutenant Commander in the Navy, who shares my passion for food. And I'd say he's probably just about as good a cook as I am. He creates some awesome stuff. Anyway, so Nick and his family, they're getting ready to transfer over to the West Coast again. We're gonna miss them. That'll give us an excuse to go out to San Diego. Anyways, shout out to Nick Petray, Lieutenant Commander Nick Petray. Now, let's get down to the real important part of this whole thing, testing it. First of all, I want to tell you a couple things that I usually use this for. I love to put this on hot dogs, believe it or not. I make a really good New England style hot dog with this, kind of like a take on a Chicago dog, but amped up a little bit. We'll put it on chicken, great on fish, or it's great right on a chip, which is what I'm going to do right now. So we're just going to dig in, get a little bit on here. I think I messed something. No, I didn't mess anything up. This is really good, nice and fresh. You pick up all the flavors: the mango, the onion, the heat of the jalapeno, cilantro, the lime, and really good, nice and fresh. So, if you enjoyed our video, please like it, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Thank you.